Listen, this is for my African girls, especially my Nigerian girls who are married or are going to get married. Please, please, please open your ears and open your eyes. Marry very carefully. Pay attention to your in-laws. That thing called in-laws matters. You understand? Nigerian girls, we tend to ignore American women, and we tend to ignore the things that they talk about in marriage and make it seem like, oh, it's such an American shit. That's such an American shit. American women know how to be married more than African women. African women know how to be abused. African women, we're trained and raised to know how to be abused. Because African men know that we're not raised to believe in divorce. I got married a year ago. And I always knew in my life, I always knew that I believe in divorce easily. I will not tolerate less than, because I will never be my mother. I will never be my mother. I will never be my grandmother. I will never be a lot of women that I know. And I married in the culture knowing this, seeing the signs that something was awry within my in-laws, and I still so badly wanted to believe that it was different. He was going to be different. He's not his environment, whatever. Bullshit. A lot of African men are more broken than American men, white men, black men, whatever. African men are damaged. The only difference is at least they'll work hard and get money. If that's it, they'll work hard and get money. African men are emotionally abusive. They are physically abusive too, but that nigga's not crazy. I will really shoot him. I will really end him. What I'm telling you is, please, my Nigerian women, put yourself first. We must end this cycle of marriage. You must end it. You deserve the same happiness anybody else is getting. And just because you're African and we don't believe in divorce does not mean you stay in bullshit. Leave.
Ladies, we gotta end the cycle of abuse, especially my African women, my African American women, and women globally. I'm talking to you, ladies. You do not have to stay and tolerate abuse, emotional abuse. Many of our men, especially African men, don't want therapy, never want therapy, don't want counseling. You don't have to be like your mother, your grandmother, your aunties that didn't have the same resources that we have now. Take care of yourself. Center yourself. Take care of your career, your finances, your credit, your skin, your teeth, all of it. Love on yourself. Take care of your hair, all of it. Like, glow up. Many of our African men, unfortunately, as much as we love them, many of them are broken, and they unleash their brokenness. Their mother hurts, and sometimes their father hurts too. That nobody gave them opportunity for them to work on in therapy from childhood. Because if you don't have that exposure and you're rolling with the boys who have the same mindset, you're not going to want to do something that makes you look weak, air quotes, weak. Let's end this cycle of staying in toxic, abusive marriages, acting like I'm staying because of the children. The impact of that behavior on the children, the generational trauma that gets carried on to what the girl children are seeing, to what the boy children are mimicking from mom staying and tolerating dad's abuse. I will pause right here, but to say it's important to consider you. This can harm you not just mentally, but can harm your physical health. there was a theme that was running, like, and it still runs, like with my clients, my patients, a lot of mutual people. I've heard these things being said all the time. Oh, our people are men from the same mother. Literally what I would say they say to me, that's really perturbing me. Literally, down the street, in another state, in Ghana somewhere, in Africa somewhere, the same pattern, the same verbiage is being said. And the goal is to humble you as a woman, especially if you're a woman who is. Yes, my daughter crawling by as I have this epiphany to do this recording real quick. It saw you a little bit there. Oh no. I'm not gonna repeat what you said. But I urge you, don't stay. I know sometimes the main reason why we stay in abusive, toxic marriages is because of money. And when you continue to make yourself vulnerable by not working on yourself, by not working on your education, don't play with your education, your career, your ability to earn and make money and be consistent in making money. Because back home in Africa, right? We have been conditioned that the man is supposed to be the controller general. What he says is what he says. What he says goes. And for you to fit in, because most likely all your girlfriends are doing the same thing, you have to be submissive. You have to be respectful. So if you want to control the finances, which in many of our cases, that's the thing. By the time we wake up, 3 years later, 5 years later, a decade over, in my case, over a decade later, you realize, oh my gosh. But you know what? We are blessed to have so much more resources, so much more availability of self care services right at the tip of our fingers. We have to break the cycle. Like she was saying, this lady, follow her and listen to her story. How she got married to this Nigerian guy, and literally he allowed his family to brutalize her to the point where she had no choice. As much as she wanted him, he was not about to be standing in or standing up for her. If you're a man that's not stand up for you, especially when it comes to his family, that's a red flag. She traveled all the way there. And one of the team that was running was that she was too out there. She was too Americanized. Why does she have so many tattoos? Why is she a dancer on Instagram? Why does she dress like that? Why does she not go to church? Why is she not prayerful? Why is she so loud? Why is she so opinionated? So, in other words, as an African woman, you're supposed to be seen as if you're a maid, as if you're a child. And a lot of these men will go for women who love to be independent, who are pretty confident, who want to go higher on the academic ladder, who want to open their own businesses, who want to be the boss in their companies, who want to be in Fortune 500 companies and leave a mark, leave a legacy, live in their own journeys. And they will intentionally attract these women because that's what they are attracted to. Just like this woman, she's an Instagram model and she's a rapper and a dancer. And then you picked her up. That's why I do some of this video and say, if you want to be with the woman and she has locks like me, don't get with me and then hook me down and tell me, no, I don't like your locks. I actually don't like women with locks. Don't do that. She was a dancer when you met her. She obviously kind of pulled something out of you. And you were so hooked to her for that number of years. But then you want to change her. But the way to change her is what? To destroy her career, to tell your family and friends how she's loose, how she's this, how she's sleeping around, how she's not humble, how she's this and that, and get your family along to destroy her. Go check out her videos. She is so funny, but she has a story to tell. And it's a story that many of us embody, but many of us don't have the courage to actually open up about it. We stick and stay in those type of relationships at the detriment. You have no idea how many I've seen who by the 10th year, the 20th year, they have cancers, sometimes stage 4, because they're running around so much that they never had the time to ever go to the doctor's appointment. So even if there was cancer, it will be caught at stage 1. It will be in remission. You know how many of our women are not having routine OBGYN care because their husbands don't believe in having OBGYN care? The stories are unbelievable. Do you know how many women have STIs that they have to be treated for chronically, getting from their husbands, that I've seen when I used to work in the ER and ICUs? But because of HIPAA, I had to keep it locked. I'm flabbergasted, the things that we can accept and tolerate. How can that make you angry as a woman that you have to treat yourself to this STI for life? Make it make sense to me. And we're still staying because we're afraid to leave, and we leave. How are we going to find another one? Scarcity mindset. Anyways, check out her video. I'm going to stitch her video here, and also going to stitch Dr. Zita's video, her response to Miss Gigi's video. And let me know what you think. Bye. Love you.